That's right, we're gonna get all so spiritual all of a sudden. The Bhagavad Gita. And I hope I pronounced that correctly. I've been meaning to read this thin book because, of course, it's highly praised. Now, listen, I have to make this disclaimer. I'm not an expert in any sort of spirituality. I'm not a religious person. I think religion in general is hilarious. But I can see all of the positives in all of this, even though it is not enticing to me. The Bhagavad Gita has some lessons that we all should learn. Metaphysical teachings, whatever. The problem is that halfway through this book, something happens that I don't like, and perhaps you can enlighten me, but halfway through this story, it sort of shifts. The narrative shifts from just instructing this prince on how to deal with this situation so he isn't hesitant anymore. It shifts towards, oh yeah, by the way, I'm Krishna, and I'm everything, and I'm you, and you are me, and everything is me, and everything is because of me, and therefore you should worship me, because I am the greatest of them all, and I am in the air, and I am in the water, and I am light, and I am the greatest, and I am the smartest, and I am the one, right? And of course, this is what happens halfway through this book, and I'm not trying to criticize, this ancient text, but it is a bit. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way that all of a sudden this just went, from 1 to 100 real quick, in the sense that, oh yeah, I am the God, and because all of this is because of me, therefore you should worship me because I love you, bro. Even though you're me, you should worship me because I love you, and you should love me, and everybody should worship me, and everybody should sacrifice for me, and everybody should offer offerings to me, and everybody should pay tribute to me because I am the greatest. I am the you know what I'm saying. It is a bit. It kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth, right? Of course, we're all one. Like, this is something that really just, and perhaps I'm not expressing myself, and perhaps I didn't understand it correctly, but this is what I have interpreted, right? So let's just say, right, Krishna is everything, and we are all one, and we all shall return to the source, being Krishna, being the one, and we all shall be one again, because of course, consciousness isn't real. Everything in the material world is illusion and delusion, and everything in the material is just smoke and mirrors. It should not be taken seriously, etc., etc., and therefore we should all worship the one, God. But I'm wondering, if we are all one, and if we all belong to the God, and the God is us, and we are the God, and all of us together are the one who has made all of this possible. My question is why we should worship, for example, Krishna, the one true God, if we are Krishna and Krishna is us. Perhaps I'm not really understanding these semantics and rhetoric, but I'm just like, something's going on here, right? This is just what I have interpreted. Okay, I might be 100% wrong. And listen, I don't know about you, but I have always disliked this notion that we are all one, and that we shall all return to one, and we shall all be one. And I'm just like, I don't like that though. I'm not a fan of that theory, of that option. I don't know about you, but that kind of just rubs me the wrong way. I don't want to be one with everybody else, bruh. I'm introverted. I'm antisocial. I don't like people in general. And I hope that if there is an afterlife, I hope that we do not all become some sort of melting pot of goo or spiritual goo or whatever. Because of course consciousness doesn't really exist. We're all energy. So yeah, you thought you were somebody, a person, and an individual. It ain't true, Bubba. Okay, you deluded yourself to believing that you are something special. You're not. You're just cosmic goo inhabiting flesh, a flesh suit, and you shall return to the melting pot, where we all shall be one for some reason that I don't really understand, nor care to understand. Okay? To me, this option is atrocious, right? Right? Why don't I have the option not to be one with everybody else? Like, when I die, I hope I get an option. Like, no. Do you want to be one with everybody else? No, bro. Leave me alone, bro. Okay? It's just me. I'm just that kind of person. I don't know about you. We're all one, and we all shall return to one, kind of always rubbed me the wrong way. I don't like it. I don't vibe with it. Okay? I don't want to be cosmic goo with everybody else. I need my space, But that's just me. Okay? And another thing that sort of perplexes me, okay, is of course at the beginning, the main situation, the main problem, the conundrum, the dilemma is that Prince Arjuna has to go to war with his blood relatives, mainly with cousins and nephews and what have you, because but the power corrupts absolutely, and what have you. We're going to war, but Prince Arjuna kind of has this moment of realization where he's like, bro, I don't want to kill my blood relatives. That's kind of bad, though. Like, I don't want to go to war and just kill. I don't think killing is good, and he's not a fan of killing his blood relatives for whatever stupid reason they're fighting about. Probably land, because they're fucking stupid, right? So Arjuna kind of, pleads to the god Krishna to, like, kind of instruct him and give him lessons as to how to deal with this situation, because he's not a fan of killing in general, right? And here is where I'm a bit perplexed, because, of course, Krishna gives the advice that, bro, you gotta stop hesitating, you gotta stop wilding, you need to get your confidence, you need to be assertive, and you need to go out there, and you need to kill all of your family, because, it's a kill or be killed, bruh. So, the reason why I'm perplexed is because later on, it's kind of told that everything is Krishna, and Krishna made everything, and all is love, and we're all one, and namaste, and right? And there's nothing more important than peace and comprehension and enlightenment and all of that stuff. And my question is, if we are all Krishna, and everything is because of Krishna, and everything is because Krishna created it, and the highest enlightenment is to disengage and look inward, and realize that everything is an illusion. My question is, though, what's going on with this contradiction or this hypocrisy? Because even though we have some serious advice here, even though we have spiritual and moral teachings that are, of course, top-notch, Krishna still is like, yo, bro, you need to go out there, and you need to battle, and you need to wage war, and you need to kill motherfuckers. Okay? Like, Krishna is dead-ass serious. Krishna is, if you don't go out there, you're gonna be a laughing stock, boy. Okay, you need to go out there, and your cousins, you need to, you know what I'm saying? You need to cap their asses. Put a cap in their ass. This is Krishna telling Prince Arjuna how to resolve his moral dilemma. if everything is an illusion, that the material world or realm is nothing but smoke and mirrors, pointless, useless, and that we are all meat suits inhabiting, uh, meat suits harboring an eternal soul, my question is, why is any of this relevant? Why is it so important that Prince Arjuna show his people, his soldier, that he's brave and not hesitating? It's all pointless because none of this matters. All of these millions of soldiers will die eventually, and what they thought will turn to dust and nobody will remember, because this is what happens basically in human history. So, and whoever wins the war and gets the land and kills his enemy, it doesn't matter, because it will all fade, and future generations of dum-dums will repeat the process of just killing one another and waging war because people are stupid in general. So I would say that this is the main thing that perplexes me. Why is Krishna so gun-ho in advising Arjuna to just, you need to stop being hesitant, you need to be confident, you need to be assertive, and you cannot look weak, and you will shame your ancestors. You need to go out there and you need to be an example, and you need to kill your family, boy. And I'm just like, all of this is pointless. What is this nonsense, right? And again, perhaps I'm not interpreting this the right way, of course. I'm not an expert in this kind of stuff. I'm just so I can sense a contradiction, perhaps even hypocrisy, right? If all of us are one, the one thing, and we were split into many things, and we will all come to the same thing, but we're God, but not really. And we project this reality, but not really, because we're God, but God is us, and God is higher than us, but we're still God, but we're lower on a level than God, but we're all God, and God is everybody else, and everything is love, and love and peace, man. Love and peace, man. But Prince Arjuna has to go out there and just massacre people because that is so enlightened, huh? Perhaps I'm wrong. Perhaps I'm wrong in every aspect, but it just seems to me that there's something terribly wrong here, right? And it doesn't help the cause that halfway through this becomes a sort of simping fest for the Krishna god. This somehow turns into Prince Arjuna just being the worst simp possible for the Lord of Lords, for the greatest of the great, it becomes a simp fest, plain and simple. And I'm just like, if we are Krishna and Krishna is us, why should Arjuna simp for himself, even though they're separate entities, but not really? If Arjuna is Krishna and Krishna is Arjuna, and everybody is the same thing but split apart, and we shall return as one, right? I'm just like, what is all of this simpage that's happening here? Krishna says, I am the universe, and I am the womb, and everything comes from me, and you are me, and I am you. And Arjuna is just, his only responses are, oh Lord, oh my Lord, you are the greatest, you are the magnificent, the splendor, your greatness. And I'm just like, bro, what is all of this? Perhaps as a Westerner, as a East European, perhaps I'm not truly vibing with this type of teaching, right? It doesn't really help because I have a natural, allergic reaction to this type of text, which is overly, religious, in the sense that it's just praising the Almighty and just bowing to the Almighty and just genuflecting to the Almighty and just simping for the Almighty. I'm not a fan of that. But that's just me, right? Not to say that there aren't lessons here, of course. But if the greatest enlightenment is that everything in the material world, even us, none of this is real, and we are not real because we are energy, whatever. And if the greatest enlightenment is to detach from the physical and all of its traps, lust and what have you, gluttony and what have you, and if the greatest of the greatest enlightenment is peace, tranquility, undiscriminated, unbiased, unprejudiced love, then I'm just like, why is Krishna insisting that Arjuna should go out there and commit some slaughter? Because enlightenment, bro, right? Something's going on here. There are gems here and there. There are things that can help you. Advice, perhaps, a lesson, a teaching. But listen, this is my only advice when it comes to any type of literature, philosophy, religious text. If you're reading something, an idea, whatever, if you're reading something, you should take the good and you should completely ignore the bad. Okay? I'm all for, reaching enlightenment and being more intelligent and being more peaceful and all of that. But some of the stuff, that doesn't vibe with me, I just toss it aside. I just don't accept everything as it is given to me without thinking for myself. This is the most important. And this is, I think, the one and only trap that most religious people, including priests, fall into, is when they're reading one of these scriptures and text, be it the Bible, be it the Quran, be it the Talmud, be it this book or whatever. The problem is that most people who read this type of material, they just take everything literally and seriously, and they don't discriminate, and they don't separate the good from the bad. Because all of these religious texts, spiritual texts, they have some bad stuff that should not be taken seriously. When I read something like this, or whatever, literature, philosophical work, even spiritual text, I take what is absolutely, undeniably good, useful for me, and the garbage I push aside and I treat it with indifference. Do not take everything in these texts seriously. That is my advice. Okay, one should always operate on the basis of common sense. Anyone who takes a Bible or whatever seriously from A to Z, from cover to cover, without thinking, without being, critical, without operating under the guise of common sense. I mean, of course, because people take such texts, and I'm not, singling out this one, but a lot of the problems that have happened throughout history is because people take religion and spirituality too seriously without thinking critically. Okay? All of these works, whatever they may be, Christianity, Hinduism, Shinto, whatever, they all have something good to offer. But that does not mean that they are perfect, far from it, and they should be scrutinized carefully. Take the good, take the gems, and completely avoid the trash. If you enjoy this content, if you want to support your boy, I got a few books on Amazon. The link will be down below. If the link does not work, you can search my name, Griffith Samsara. Thanks for watching. Keep on reading good books. See ya.